Off and running. Felvalon's gone away okay out wide here. Calpower bounced away quickly and further out Cryptic Red. Felvalon picking up great speed, quickly getting down towards the rail, and Grand Parade is pushing through. When they settle down, Cryptic Red on the outside leads now from Felvalon. They're followed just behind those by Mutiara. Tristoli going forward on the outside but pulling. A length and a half Calpower, and further back then Tarumba, followed by Free Gold, and two last of all the Minor. Cryptic Red led on the fence about a half length in front now from Felvalon, and Mutiara's three out. They're followed four out now by Tristolique. A length further back than Calpower on the inside there of Tarumba and Free Gold, and two lengths last of all Minor. Cryptic Red a neck in front on the outside. Felvalon getting a little closer. Mutiara trapped off the track. Grand Parade back in the middle. Felvalon under a fair hold goes to Cryptic Red when they turn. Two lengths further back Calpower getting out, followed by Mutiara. Grand Parade and then Tristolique, but Felvalon down at the 200 metre mark takes the lead and skips away under the big weight shot. Three in front now from Mutiara. Calpower, Cryptic Red, and further back in the race then came Tarumba. Felvalon 6 out of 6 for the Queensland colt. Felvalon wins 3 lengths in the run home. Good go for the Miners. Might be Mutiara just from Tarumba, nothing between them. Calpower fourth, then Minor, a gap in the race further back, then Cryptic Red, followed to the outside by Free Gold, Tristolique and Grand Parade near the tail.
Well, didn't it really do it in nice style? They really have something to be very excited about, the Begors. We had Danny Begor on the program earlier this morning, and ridden by Alan Russell, a Queensland regular rider of Felvalon, and it will return you an approximate of $1.40 and $1.10. At this stage, we haven't got the total approximates up here. Photo, three-way photo for them.
Okay, one Felvalon, 161.10. Brian fancied 4 Mutiara for second at $3.80 and 6 Tarumba to pay $2.60. So it's 146, in fact, now official on race number 1 at Caulfield. Back to that Elwick call for race number 1.
Racing came out in a good line too. Mogadonna's jumped away with them. Camargue broke early. Transfer travelling fast, and also Card Queen and Lizophony getting up on the inside. Lizophony, Card Queen have the lead now from Transfer. Camargue went back fourth, and then on the outside Tracy Ann going forward but very wide. Two further back Mogadonna, and back on the inside Keener. Card Queen at the 1,000 metre mark, nearly a length in front now from Transfer, is going a little fiercely up second. Tracy Ann three out, just behind them Lizophony. A half then Camargue, who's moved up in the middle fifth. 2 lengths further back Keener and Mogadonna. Coming down towards the 800 metre mark, Card Queen nearly a length in front of Transfer. Tracy Ann lost a bit of ground. Lizophony the fence, a length further back Camargue. She's 3 lengths off them, a length and a half Keener and Mogadonna. 600 metres out, Card Queen 3/4 in front of Transfer, and Tracy Ann is out there 3 wide but working. Lizophony fourth on the inside, fifth back in the middle Camargue. 2 lengths further back Keener, and last of all Mogadonna. On the turn Card Queen a half Transfer from Tracy Ann. Camargue about to get out, followed by Lizophony. In the straight, Transfer went to the front. Camargue is after it from Lizophony. They're bumping, followed by Card Queen. It's Camargue looming up now to grab the front. Lizophony inside it from Transfer and Keener. Camargue on the outside. Lizophony coming at it again. Camargue and Lizophony stride for stride. Lizophony the inside. Camargue coming at it again. They hit it all close. Camargue and Lizophony not sure, and they bump to the 200. Third maybe Keener. Fourth home in the race Transfer, a gap Mogadonna. Further back in the race then at the head of the others is Tracy Ann, and Card Queen has tailed off. It's a photo.
Number 3 Camargue at $3.80 and $2.70. 6 Lizophony, $36.40 and $8.80. No third for
Keener.
Keener.
The line with Lizophony.
Close go, 3 Camargue, 3.30, 2.20, or number 6 Lizophony, 31.60 and 7.50 for Keener. No third.
Number 3 has got it, Camargue. Number 3's got it, Camargue. They've had a decent bump here down at the 250 metre mark. A shoulder and shoulder. And she's got to the front with Lizophony coming at her. And she's put her head out right on the post and has gained the day. Camargue has got the photo in the Thoroughbred Club. Just in from Lizophony, number 6, and number 4, Keener. But I've got a feeling I might be heading to the steward's room after this race, because there's some heavy bumping down here. When Lizophony, when they straightened up, was trying to come from behind Transfer. Camargue was trying to hold her in the pocket. They got close, they bumped, a real hip and shoulder. And our little filly sprawled out, but Lizophony was trying to get room, and it got pretty desperate. Lizophony then got on terms with Camargue, and they went stride for stride. In fact, Lizophony's headed it, but Camargue has dropped ahead on the line. and she's got there, God bless her. Maddie, take over. I'm going to have a look downstairs with the lucky connection. See you later, John.
364, Camargue, 380 the win, 270 the play, 6 Lizophony, 880. No third dividend for Keno.
Rail out 6 metres today. And they're off in race 1 at Canterbury Park, and Mastery got the best of the start from Riverdale. Stylish Conquest in 3rd position, followed by Splendid Retreat, nice and handy. And Exploding Success is pretty wide at the moment from Lively Lad, Stand Firm, and last of all is A Plenty Sure. Mastery in front narrowly, though, from Stylish Conquest past the judge with a lap to go. Riverdale 3rd on the outside of Splendid Retreat, and 3 deep is Exploding Success, not having a lot of luck early. Then Stand Firm on the inside of Lively Lad, and last of all is A Plenty Sure. Mastery kept at it by Stylish Conquest, and Exploding Success making almost a line of 3 as they work to the back. Splendid Retreat is 4th. Well, he's getting a beautiful run early, followed by Riverdale, Stand Firm, Lively Lad, and last A Plenty Sure. He'd be 8 lengths off the lead. Going to the back of the track now, and they have just over 1,000 metres to run, and Mastery shows out. Stylish Conquest on the outside is niggling away at Mastery. Probably won't help Mastery, and as they go down the back, may not help Stylish Conquest either. And these two match strides about 2.5 lengths on Exploding Success. It's getting a beautiful set, and the same for Splendid Retreat. 2.5 to Riverdale, ahead to Stand Firm the inside, and a couple of Plenty Sure and Lively Lad. Well, the 8 runners are travelling along in pairs, and at the 600 marker, it's Mastery the inside, given a bit more rein by Newman. A half length on Stylish Conquest, niggled a little now by Adrian Late. Exploding Success allowed to slide up and almost join the 2 leaders. Riverdale circling the field. Splendid Retreat is locked away from Lively Lad, and then A Plenty Sure, and Stand Firm has dropped out to last around the corner. How much has Mastery in the locker? He straightens a half. Exploding Success. Riverdale has sprinted very quickly, and in fact Riverdale goes to the lead. Mastery's gone. Here's Lively Lad, and Splendid Retreat is trying to weave clear, but no room. Riverdale, Mastery's fighting back, but Lively Lad on the outside. He's got them covered, and Lively Lad will race on and win it. Lively Lad has beaten Splendid Retreat, or something licked, I'd say. Riverdale 3rd, then Mastery, Exploding Success, A Plenty Sure, Stand Firm, and Absolute was Stylish Conquest.
On the Super Tab there, number 4, which was Lively Lad to return 5.30 and 180. It is a photo to
The money
minus.
written by Danny Beasley has paid $5.50 and $1.70. Splendid Retreat. Ooh, hard luck tail there, I'm sure, from J. Marshall. The brakes didn't go his way. He'll get up for second, $1.40. And we stand by for all the numbers to come to hand after the first event of the day. Lively Lad, trained by Clary Connors. Clary's in Melbourne and is owned by D.W. Grundy, S.A. Huskinson and G.J. Robinson in partnership with P. Callaghan, A. Bocock and N. Cooper. And there's a 5-year-old chestnut gelding by Al Carwenig from Relieve, and Danny Beasley, who won a couple of races here on Wednesday aboard Lively Lad. Number 5 is second. That is the unlucky Splendid Retreat by Splendid from La Maison, Bill Prain, John Marshall. And number 6, Riverdale 3rd, who's paid $3.20, is by Revocious from Zamadel, Jeff Maynes, Brent Stanley. The exotics, the Quinella 790, exacta 22.10, trifecta 132.60. The overall time for the 1900 was 1:58.27. 37.46 was the sectional, and the margins will be along shortly. And here's the winner coming back with the clerk of the course. Oh boy, crying shame to see Splendid Retreat beaten. I'm not taking anything from Lively Lad, but Splendid Retreat should have won and won it comfortably. The brakes just did not go the horse's way. It was simple as that. He had a lovely run, 3rd on and 4th on the fence, but the brakes just did not go his way. When he finally got clear, he went whoosh, but the post loomed up too quickly. 4, 5, 6 on the first of the day, and here are the totes confirmed. 5.50 and 1.70, 1 Vanilla, 22.10 exacta, and the trifecta $132.60.
That tab where you could be a winner.
A little awkwardly, but the others have come away well, with Sabuin first out from Rogan Josh and second coming. And here's Inshallah being heeled from the outside, and it's travelling forward up towards the front, this mare. And when they come to the winning post now, Inshallah on the outside of Sabuin have the lead now from Rogan Josh. Second coming is up 3rd and 4th. They're followed by I Wonder. A length further back, Streak is just midfield now from Ed, followed by the hind out position. Then Bountiful Sun and Sky Bay last of all. Out of the straight, 2,000 metres to go, and Insular will cross over and lead. Second Coming will go up outside it now. Second, a length further back, Cebu in third. Two to Rogan Josh, a couple of lengths further back, I Wonder, who's fifth on the outside of Streak, who's only about 5 lengths off the front. 2 lengths further back, then is Ed on the outside of the hind. A couple of lengths to our position, a half Bountiful Sun, and 2 to Sky Bow. Up the back of the 1,600 metre mark, and Insular with an even speed in front. About a neck in front of Second Coming. 2 to Cebu, and a half length further back is Rogan Josh, 1.5 to Streak. It's running fifth on the inside of I Wonder, running 6. 2 lengths further back is Old Ed on the outside there of the hind. 4 lengths further back behind it, our position, followed by Bountiful Sun. Sky Bow last of all. Up the back of the 1,400 metre mark, and Patton allows Second Coming to go to the front now, and Second Coming took up the lead. On top of the hill and led by a length and a half to Insular, and Zabuan hopped off the fence and went up third. Rogan Josh is out 3 deep travelling forward. 2 lengths further back, Streakers fifth over on the inside. They're followed further back in the race by Ed. Moving up in the middle is I Wonder. A length and a half the hind, 2 to our position, 2 further back, Bountiful Sun, and Sky Bow last of all. On the side of the 850 metre mark, Second Coming a neck in front of Rogan Josh. A length further back, Cebu in third. Insular dropped off there from I Wonder now on the outside, going up fourth. Streak starting to improve up in the middle, 3 lengths off them, 2 lengths further back Ed. Then the hind, our position back to the fence, and 2 lengths Bountiful Sun and Sky Bow. They've got to the 600 metre mark, the sprint right on now. Rogan Josh outside, Second Coming. Second Coming ahead in front of Rogan Josh. 2 lengths further back, Streak into the clear. A length and a half, Cebuan from our position running on, then the hind. Further back Insular, and not many other chances on the turn. Second Coming a neck in front of Rogan Josh. 2 lengths to Streak. Then our position, 300 to go. Rogan Josh put its head in front of Second Coming, then Streak. Our position coming down the middle, but Rogan Josh drew to the front of the 150, kick 2 in front. Here's the hind with a late run back on the rail. Rogan Josh has got a winning break though. The hind running on late, and Rogan Josh gets a length and a half on the line to the hind. A neck third our position, fourth home is Streak every chance. A gap Second Coming, then Zabuan, then Ed followed by Insular, Sky Bow, a gap I Wonder, Bountiful Sun last of all.
9, 1 and 8 winner Rogan Josh, 17.40 and 4.20. The hind at 2.10, and our position 2 even.
Number 9, Rogan Josh, 12.60, 3.10, won the hind, 2.20 and 8. Our position, 1.90.
The Gouts skipped to the lead when they turned for home, got the upper hand over Second Coming. Streak had worked into the clear and had every chance. And then our position was running on. The hind just missed a run before the turn. He switched him back to the fence die. He was running on well, beaten about a length and a half, but the numbers are up, and they are 9, 1 and 8. Number 9, Rogan Josh, D. Gouchy. Number 1, Second, the hind, ridden by Shane Dye. And third, 8, our position, ridden by Greg Hall. 9, 1 and 8. Fourth in his Streak, a little disappointing. The run was run to suit him. Came into the race as a real chance on the turn, the Streak, but he just plugged in the straight. And Rogan Josh, trained by that man, Bart Cummings, a 7-year-old bay geldings, had 33 runs for 11 wins. Ridden by the Gouch, ran 7th midfield recently to Brave Chief under the lights.
This time, Catatonic from the outside jumped well, not as quickly as closer in Parting Jester and Pash. And it's Parting Jester just in front from Pash, and Catatonic going up 3 wide, 2 lengths to Lassany, and a neck back on the inside is Just Imagine. They head in the direction of the 900, and here Parting Jester given full bore now, leads about a half to 3/4 of a length on Catatonic. 2 lengths away in third position of Lassany, going up on the outside of Pash, and Just Imagine's another length and a half last. It's Catatonic on the outside, leading narrowly from Parting Jester as they head past the 600. Catatonic about a half length clear on Parting Jester, 2.5 to Pash, a length and a half of Lassany and Just Imagine. Working on to approach the 400 marker, little or no change in the order. Parting Jester with the inside running again draws out. A half length on Catatonic, about 3 lengths to Pash, about a length and a half to Just Imagine, and a Lassany's dropped out to be a conspicuous last. Now Rod Quinn calling upon Catatonic for the big effort. He raced up to Parting Jester and poked his nose in front, then Pash and Just Imagine, but it's Catatonic getting the better of Parting Jester, clear of Just Imagine and Pash, and Catatonic is starting to come away, and down to the line goes Catatonic to win it easily. Second, Parting Jester, third, Just Imagine, fourth, Pash, fifth and last, Lassany.
Number 1, Catatonic, 161 even. 2, Parting Jester, 250, no third for 3, Just Imagine.
Parting Jester has paid 230, number 2, and there'll be no third for 3, Just Imagine. Catatonic from the Johnny Hawk stable, and by Cat Rail from before lunch. raced by Mr. K.S. Lee, bred by Mr. R.M. Fitzroy, and ridden by Rodney Quinn. Parting Jesters by Rory's Jester from Goodbye Crystal, Graham Rogers and Brian Carter, and Just Imagines by Perugino from All Imagination, Sterling Smith, Mitch Newman. Those numbers are Semple forward now, 1, 2, 3. Time for the 1200 was 1:11.61, 1:11.61. They've run 36.12 for the last 600 metres. The race will stand now as a record to Catatonic, not being previously run. The course record here is 19.20. Yes, he was inclined to loaf a bit. He wanted to get in just a fraction in the straight, Catatonic. Inclined to loaf a bit, I thought, over the concluding stages, but he did pretty well in beating Parting Jester and Just Imagine, who I thought was a little disappointing in third place in some respects, but the way he got to the line seems to indicate that he's a horse that might be looking for something like 1,400 metres now. But it was an easy win in the end. When he really knuckled down to his work, Catatonic, and he put his mind on the job, he came away to win decisively. 2 3/4 lengths, comfortable win. A long neck second, and the third 1:11.61, 36.12. Now the totes are...
They're off and running, and Intergate's bounced quickly down on the inside with Northern Drake in a hurry, going up quickly on the outside to head him off now from the Message. And Aerosmith is to dad in a length and a half. Tie the Knot went back to the tail. Cooksley had the lead on Northern Drake, slowed them up, and the Message is pulling fiercely on Clark on the outside. Both these horses out in front are over racing. It's Northern Drake a length and a half, the Message. A length to Aerosmith and a half, then to Intergaze. He's fourth, one off the fence. A length and a half is to dad, and two last of all, Tie the Knot. Up to the 1450 metre mark they race, and Northern Drake still going a little fiercely out in front. A length and a half to the Message, is starting to settle a little. Aerosmith a half away third, the fence 2 lengths further back, Intergaze. He's fourth, outside is to dad, and 1 1/2 last of all, Tie the Knot, and he's sitting back about 2 lengths off the tail of Intergaze, Tie the Knot at the moment. Up the back of the hill at the 1250 metre mark, Northern Drake held up in front about 3/4 the Message. A length and a half, Aerosmith. 1 to Intergaze, fourth outside, Aerosmith. A length further back is to dad, and 3/4 then Tie the Knot, who's right on the tail still of Intergaze as they come down the side. 1,000 to go. Northern Drake a neck in front now from the Message. Intergaze third, about to come out now from Aerosmith and Estadad. He's declared himself out 3 deep on Intergaze now, and a length and a half, Tie the Knot, but there's only 3 1/2 covering the field. At the 800 metre mark now, and the leader on the inside, Northern Drake, a neck in front of the Message, a length further back, Intergaze, Estadad back in the middle, Aerosmith the inside, and now Die starting to go forward on Tie the Knot. 600 metres to go, the sprint on, and Northern Drake a length and a half to the Message, hard at it. 3/4 then to Intergaze, and Tie the Knot has flushed Intergaze to go. Tie the Knot goes with him. He'll be the widest runner. Die on the turn from Aerosmith. On the turn, Northern Drake by 2. Out in the middle is Tie the Knot, who's ranged up outside Intergaze there after this leader. Northern Drake, who leads by 2 or 3. Tie the Knot and Intergaze are trying hard. Aerosmith back in the middle. Northern Drake is 2 in front and going well. He's 2, 3 in front of Tie the Knot, Aerosmith and Intergaze, but Northern Drake is too good and blitzes them. Northern Drake scores on the line by 4 lengths. Tie the Knot got second, and those Aerosmith third. Fourth home Intergaze, a battle of tactics, and it didn't come off. A gap to Istadad, and tailed off last of all is the Message.
For Northern Drake, 12.20 and 4.31. Tie the Knot, $1.04. No third, 5 Aerosmith.
And on Super Tab, number 4, Northern Drake, 11.33.91. Tie the Knot, 1.30. No third for 5 Aerosmith.
To over race, he came back a little, coming down the side here for Grant Cooksley when the Message dropped off. And he set up a big lead when they turned for home with Tie the Knot and Intergaze going very wide, particularly Tie the Knot coming around the home turn. But they let this horse get away again, and he set up a big break, and he's got home. Numbers of 4, 1 and 5.
Correct weight, Campbell,
4 Northern Drake, Tie the Knot is second, and third home is number 5 Aerosmith, with Intergaze and a field of 6 running fourth. A tactical race, both jockeys obviously aware of each other's presence, Die and Carmody, and obviously they've forgotten about this leader. And how often do we see it in those races, particularly in weight for age races? I thought he was going a little fiercely early, but he did come back for the rider. Once the Message dropped off it, he had a good lead on them at the 600. He stayed to the fence where Die came wide. Intergaze forcing him out there to make his run, but this leader had slipped away, and the bird had flown.
For Northern Drake, 12.20, 4.31. Tie the Knot, 1.04. No third for 5 Aerosmith. Quinella 970, exacta 28.40. The 415 trifecta 238.80. In race 5,
We'll open up that market for you soon.
Racing this time. Dan Defy jumped out reasonably well. Actually, Lovedale first out. Getting into stride quickly was Mars Landing. Orderly going fast, as is Dan Defy. Great battle for the lead. Then Donna Dior, followed by Tree Lopper, Desert Spring at a gap to Win a Load, Native Music. Followed by Re-Rinker. Second last is Sky Duke, and Magic Oak is last. Orderly really clapping on the speed towards the 600. Opens up by nearly 2 lengths now from Mars Landing on the outside of the favourite Dan Defy, and a length and a half then to Lovedale. Followed wider out on the track, Tree Lopper, the inside Donna Dior from Win a Load, then Desert Spring, Native Music, Re-Rinker, Sky Duke, and last is Magic Oak. 400 metres left to go, and the Denim Pair at the head of proceedings here. Orderly leading her more fancied stablemate Dan Defy by over a length. Third is Donna Dior on the inside, and a gap then to Lovedale, straightening up, and Orderly still about a length and a half on Dan Defy, who can't get to Orderly at the moment. Lovedale is running a beauty on the outside. Orderly is the leader, Lovedale on the outside. The only danger then Dan Defy. Lovedale is swamping Orderly, and the Gosford horse races away. And it's Lovedale from Orderly, close for third. Dan Defy with Tree Lopper wide out. Re-Rinker ran a nice race, and then came Donna Dior's Sky Duke, followed home by Win a Load, Native Music, Desert Spring, Magic Oak, and Mars Landing knocked up to finish at the rear.
Number 1, Lovedale, 6.80, 2.10, 12, Orderly to return $2.20, 10, Dan Defy, 1.40.
$6.80 and $2 in New South Wales. 12 Orderly has paid $2.30, and a close one for third. Dan Defy might hang on, it has. And the tote for Dan Defy is $1.20. Lovedale from the stables of Albert Stableford, directly opposite the main gate of the Gosford Racecourse. By Sri Pekin from Elevate, a 2-year-old bay colt bred by the Luskin Lodge Proprietary Limited, owned by J.W.
Okay, well,
out quickly on the inside. Strike Force and Blazing Sun slow to get going. Northern Song out deep, but also Final Way are kicking forward. Norsewood in that pack, and Plushka and Babetto going forward. They're taking their time to sort it out for the lead at the moment. Final Way and Plushka from the outside from Rose of Dane and Babetto. It's on the outside when they settle into stride. Plushka leads now from Final Way. Babetto went up third, a length and a half. Rose of Dane, Go Davo Go. Northern Song is out 3 and 4 deep, a length and a half apiece, and then Norsewood. Further back, Desert Dream deep around Honourable Mention, a couple of lengths. Strike Force, Blazing Steel. 2 then to Blazing Sun, and last of all is Stonington. 800 out. Plushka now have the front, let out 2 lengths now to Babetto, and third the outside Northern Song from Final Way. Fourth, 1 further back, fifth Go Davo Go. A length into Rose of Dane, a length apiece, and further back Desert Dream. It's deep around Norsewood, back in the middle there Honourable Mention. 2 lengths Strike Force, Blazing Steel, Blazing Sun, and Stonington. Rose of Dane needs plenty of luck on the turn. 500 out. Plushka a length in front of Babetto. They got off the fence from Final Way. Then Northern Song and 2 lengths to Rose of Dane, trying to get into the clear. Further back, Go Davo Go. In the straight, Babetto's race to Plushka now from Northern Song, and Rose of Dane starting to weave through late. Babetto in front, ducked in. Rose of Dane went for the run, missed it. Northern Song further out, followed by Honourable Mention. Babetto again in front of Northern Song. Babetto just in front, they hit it. Oh, gee, this is close. Babetto or Northern Song, who took a dive right on the line. Third's close, Honourable Mention or Rose of Dane, who was desperately unlucky in the running. Then Plushka, further back Final Way. Behind them, Go Davo Go, Blazing Sun, Stonington, Norsewood, Strike Force, Zarpiece, Desert Dream, Blazing Steel near the tail.
Number 3, Babetto, 7.30, 2.50. 12, Northern Song, 6.60, 2.10. 11, Honourable Mention at 2.20, or 13, Rose of Dane at 1.60.
on the super tab there, number 3, Babetto will get it, 6.70 and 2.10 from 12, Northern Song, 2.10. Those for 13, Rose of Dane at 1.60 or 11, Honourable Mention, 2.30.
Babetto gets it. Number 3 just lasts here, Babetto, with Northern Song taking a dive right on the line, but Babetto has just won. Number 3, Babetto first. Number 12 is second, Northern Song. And 11 has got third, number 11, and that is Honourable Mention, number 11. Just ahead of Rose of Dane, who was probably going to win the race when they turned. It was running 5th when they straightened up. The leaders shifted out. It was Babetto getting up to Plushka. Babetto ducked in. They got a length and a half in front of Northern Song. Back inside Northern Song was Oliver. on Rose of Dane. She was just starting to pick up and go out after them. The run was there. And then Northern Song has rolled into the hindquarters of Babetto, and Oliver just had to sit up. And I don't think she fancied just missing that run there. And she's been a bit unlucky. But the numbers there are 3, 12 and 11. 3, 12, 11. Plushka 4th and 5th. Only a nose away is number 13. And that's Rose of Dane. OK, number 3, Babetto, in the battle for the speed up near the front. It's a good, tough win. Did roll in the straight, but still kept going at 6.70 and 2.10. 12, Northern Song, just missed 2.10, and third 11, honourable mention 2.30. So it's 6.70, 2.10, 2.10.
Right, more from Melbourne shortly. 7.30, 2.50. Babetto, Northern Song.
They're off this time, and Kilgolgan missed the start noticeably. Mr. Bicky was first out from Cedar Rapids, commencing well was Incident, and he's embargoed going quickly. And then comes Enchanted Spider, get going, getting back today. Followed by Life's a Rainbow, led Destina, and after that very awkward jump, Kilgolgan's another 6 lengths away. They head past the 8.50 and Cedar Rapids the leader. 3/4 Mr. Bicky and a half wider out as Incident. Little over a length of the Mudgee trained, he's embargoed, followed closely by Enchanted Spider, get going, then Life's a Rainbow. La Destina second last, a horse off the fence, and Kilgolgan is tailed right off. They work their way down the side. They've got 500 left to go. And Incident moving up very swiftly makes a line of 3, joining Mr. Bicky in the middle, and Cedar Rapids over on the inside. They're about 3 lengths on Get Going. Moving up on the inside of He's Embargoed and Enchanted Spider, and a break then to Life's a Rainbow, La Destina, and tailed off Kilgolgan, straightening up, and Cedar Rapids beaten off Mr. Bicky and Incident, stride for stride, both as flat as a strap. Get Going trying to weave between them, followed by La Destina, Enchanted Spider, then Life's a Rainbow and Kilgolgan. Incident is just the leader. Kilgolgan flying, but Incident will win from Life's a Rainbow. On the outside, Kilgolgan's just up there for third with Mr. Bicky wide apart, followed by La Destina and Get Going, and then came Enchanted Spider, Cedar Rapids, and tailed right off was He's Embargoed.
7 Incident, 5.20 and 1.90. 8 Life's a Rainbow, 9.60. 2 Kilgolgan, 1.70. Stewards want to have a look at the start there. Hang on to your tickets.
Home and, well, for those here watching with a naked eye, for those at home watching on telly, for those in the clubs and the pubs, you'd have to say was the best thing beaten. Stand by for placings. Incident. Number 7 is first. Number 8 is second. And that is Life's a Rainbow. And number 2 has run third. It's a miracle that he's ever able to get into third hole. Number 2. So whether it was his own fault or otherwise, time will only tell. The winners paid $5 and $2. $8.60 for second. $1.80 for third. Exotics, Quinella 104.40. Exacta 181.10. The trifecta 599.80. And the 1 and 7 extra double 49.